Hello everyone, welcome to FTE. Feel the English, feel the fragrance of learning. Today we are going to analyze the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk. A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson. The poet Emily Dickinson encounters a worm-eating bird while she was walking on a road. The incident does not give the chronology of the poet's narration, but it is the narration of a bird she encountered on her walk, which reveals a quite natural perception of the situation. She represents the bird's actions both as struggle and as bravery and splendid view of its movement. So let's go through the poem. What is in the poem? So the first stanza or the first quatrain of the poem is: a bird came down the walk. He did not know I saw. He weighed an angleworm in halves and at the philo row. This is the first stanza of the poem, as the poet Emily Dickinson has expressed in her voice. She was walking on the road. She was going somewhere else. But on her walk, she noticed a very natural situation: the wandering of a bird while taking its food. She says, a bird came down the walk. He did not know I saw. These first two lines of the first stanza of the poem reveals what is the situation when the poet Emily Dickinson encountered the bird on her walk. She noticed the bird, but the bird was not aware of the presence of her. It was busy to take its food. So the poet has expressed in the poem, a bird came down the walk. A bird came down the walk he did not know I saw. He beat an angleworm in halves and ate the fellow raw. The poet noticed that the bird was taking a bit, a bite of worm. The bird break the worm into two equally and taking the halves of the breaking angled worm and at the philo row. And at the philo row, this line reveals the situation as quite natural. The bird cannot cook, And any animal cannot cook. They are separate from human beings, whereas human beings take their food cooked, or human beings cook their food and then take. So, what is the necessity of the word raw, as the poet has mentioned in the line, and at the philo raw? This raw, this word raw presents the situation as quite natural, and also it was fresh incident. It uh, it reveals the freshness of the situation, the freshness of the nature, and the bird's action. Then we have second stanza. In the second stanza, the poet Emily Dickinson says, "And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass, and then hopped sideways to the wall, to let a beetle pass, to let a beetle pass." This stanza also reveals the situation of the bird, but it is the situation after taking its food, after taking the worm. He drank a dew, the bird drank a dew from the convenient grass, from the suitable grass, from the compatible grass. The grass was convenient, suitable to the bird. It was dewy, so the bird could easily drink the drops of dew from the grass, and then hopped sideways to the wall to let a beetle pass. And after drinking the dew, the bird then hopped sideways to the wall to let a beetle pass. He lifted itself up to let a beetle pass, to fly in the sky, to fly away from the place, as he fulfilled his duty of taking food, and and his hungry uh, had also gone. So it was taking, or he was taking his flight, beautiful flight. The bird was taking his beautiful flight. The flight is so soft and splashless. The flight was attractive. The flight was quite fresh and energetic. And according to the poet Emily Dickinson, it was like a beetle pass, soft and powerful. Then come to the third stanza, next stanza of the poem. What the poet has expressed in the third stanza of the poem. She says, "He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened kids, I thought. He stirred his velvet head. This stanza reveals the bird's condition and activities and his behavior before taking the flight, before leaving the place, before his retirement, sorry, before his leaving, we can say it before his retirement from the place. The situation, that situation has been emphasized in this stanza or quatrain. He glanced he glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened weeds, I thought. He stirred his velvet head. Before taking the most magnetic flight, according to the poet, the bird glanced with rapid eyes. The bird was aware. He glanced with rapid eyes. He examined the surrounding. He examined the environment that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened weeds, I thought. They looked like frightened weeds. The eyes of the bird uh, were looked like frightened weeds, according to the poet, because while searching around, the bird also discovered the poet's presence finally. And this presence was irritating the bird, and also the bird was frightful only because of the presence of the poet, I thought. And it was the gaze of the poet. The poet gazed that it was frightful, noticing the presence of the poet. As this line is very significant, because this line teaches us the relationship between the animals and humans. Though are likely to be animals are regarded as our friends, and they are helpful, useful to us, and also for the entire environment. But it is basically seen in the society that many of the human beings do not know the proper respect for the animals and birds. So they kill them, or they hunt them. So that is why the bird was frightful, only because of the presence of the poet. Though the poet was kind, the poet was kind, a great lover of the nature. But the bird recognized her as a human, so that is why he was frightful. He was frightful. He stirred his velvet head, and then immediately he stirred his velvet head, and That is, he decided to take his flight without wasting any time. So this is the third stanza of the poem. And sorry. Then we have the fourth stanza. What the poet Emily Dickinson has expressed or has revealed in the fourth stanza of the poem. A bird came down the walk, like one in danger, cautious. I offered him a crumb, and he unrolled his feathers and rode him softer home. So this stanza also presents the situation after the bird noticed the presence of the poet. Like one in danger, as I thought earlier, the bird was frightful because of the presence of the poet, and only because the poet was a human being. As many human beings are not aware to our environment and do not know the importance of birds and animals, and that is why they misbehave with them or hurt them. So the bird was frightful, like one in danger, cautious. He was cautious as he was in danger. I offered him a crumb, though the poet knew the bird's situation, what the bird was thinking. The poet could easily understand the bird's situation, researching upon the behavior and activities of the bird. The poet offered him a crumb, a piece of bread. So this line reveals the poet's responsibility as a human being. We should we should be kind to our nature, to birds and animals. So the poet was, and she was kind to birds and animals, and she enjoyed the situation what she faced. She enjoyed, and she offered him a crumb, a piece of bread, and he unrolled his feathers and rode him soft home. But the bird did not receive it, as as he was frightful. He was cautious. He felt danger. That is why he did not receive the crumb offered by the poet. So he unrolled his feathers and rode him softer home. Fifth stanza of the poem, the final stanza of the poem. The oars divide the ocean, too silver for a scam, or butterflies up banks of noon leap splashless as they swim. These last four lines of the last stanza or quatrain of the poem, a bird came down the walk. explains the most desiring moment of the bird's flight. It was soothing, soft, pleasant, and attractive. Then wires divide the ocean, two silver for a scam. The flight of the bird was softer than wires divide the ocean. It was powerful, more powerful. The bird's wings are presented as more powerful than wires of boat that divide the ocean, divide the water surface in a splendid way, and it is amazing. But the flight of the bird, the movement of the bird, the starting movement of the bird in flight was amazing, and it was softer, it was pleasant. Then wires divide the ocean, two silver for a scam. Or butterflies of banks of noon, and it was also softer than the flight of butterflies of banks of noon, the butterflies of banks of noon live splashless as they swim. So this is the description, this is the comments, this is the idea or concept. How amazing, how pleasant and softer and natural the bird's flight was. Maybe it was not so amazing in real, but the poet's view has gone further in a way that she has presented the whole view in a great manner and in a great attractive natural way. She has expressed the love for nature here in the poem, and also she has provided a great message to all of the human beings to be respectful, to be responsible towards the nature, towards the world of nature, towards birds and animals. This is the ultimate goal of the poet's thought. Emily Dickinson is also a great lover of the nature. So this love has been presented in the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk, and also she tries to make a public awareness about the environment and the situation. She tries to make a comfortable relationship between humans and wildlife, and or we can say nature. The lines in the poem, like, they looked like frightened feet, I thought, like one in danger, cautious, make us aware that we should be kind to the nature. We should not threaten the nature. We should not threaten the nature. We should conserve it. We should save it because nature serves us and we should also serve the nature. When a good relationship between nature and humans will be made, then the earth will be saved. So, so these are the major motives and messages provided by the poet Emily Dickinson in the poem. So the poem is very interesting and a good poem because the poem teaches us the importance of nature, and it also characterized the human behavior. He also characterized the behavior of animals, and also tries to make a balance balanced awareness of the both the behavior to make a balanced between nature and humans, balanced situation between nature and humans. Okay, this is the analysis. That all what this is the analysis of the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson. I hope you like the video and learn many things, and you have enjoyed the explanation what I have done, and please credit my effort. I will be glad. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends in WhatsApp, Facebook groups, etc. And if you have any query, please don't hesitate to comment below in the comment section. Thank you once again and have a nice day.